First ever final for the Projekt E category. So 3 cars on the grid. We'll be hoping that grow. We know that grid's going to grow later this year. We're going to end up with 4. I'm looking forward to seeing the Citroen Sport R5 modified car using the Projekt E drivetrain. Ken Block is your top qualifier. The Hoonigan himself on the pole position. Next to him, Hermann Nuebauer. And on row 2, Natalie Barratt, ex-WRC driver. She used to drive a Hyundai WRC car in World Rally events, as well as national events in the UK. Very much enjoying her debut in this. Nuebauer and Ken Block looking for the win off the front row. Oh, tyre smoke coming in a little bit late for both. It looks like a good start for Ken Block, feathering the throttle off the line and just about managing to get in front of Nuebauer into the first corner. On the brakes now and heading through turn 1. Natalie Barratt goes with them. And Dan, I'm pleased to see that. I want to see Natalie follow these guys and maybe pick up where they're just gaining a bit of time. Yeah, because we've seen her through every qualifying session go into the Joker lap on the first lap. Now that means she's got, you know, quite a big gap then to the guys in front of her. And you know, she will admit she's not been fully on the pace of. No, she hasn't competed for years. She said it's been absolutely years since she was competing. She did say as well she's loving going sideways. We've actually seen her sideways in loads of places. But you could see there where she kicked the car out sideways on the right-hander before the velodrome and just lost a bit of time. And Dan, you've done it yourself. If you lose a start, if you lose a start to someone faster than you, you don't necessarily try and out-tactic them because it's the one chance you get to go, right, where are you doing it to me? Yeah, and the advantage is, of course, you've got the brake lights in the back window. You can see exactly their braking points. Yeah, well, they're left footing, you know, what are they doing to balance the car? Is it handbraking? You know, what are they up to? There's Natalie up and over the jump. Needs to straighten out that line slightly. You've got to get close to the curb, haven't you? Maybe a bit more curb on either side. Look at Nuebauer. Oh, Nuebauer's got a problem, has he? Would you just like as a puncher, is it? I don't know. Nuebauer with the rear right's got a problem. So Hermann Nuebauer, hard to see if it's just tyre smoke or what, but he's losing time to Ken Block. The gap's suddenly gone up from nothing up to 2.8. He just looked to light up the rear right, didn't he, really hard, because there's 2 motors in the rear. Go on, Dan, what are you seeing? I thought I could see. It's hard to tell because I think the bodywork's quite wrapped around the tyre there. I thought I saw a puncher, but I'm not too sure. We've got lots of investigations going on for semi-final number 1, apparently. There are so many things being investigated, they can't even list them all on the timing screen. So, oh, here we go, semi-final 1. 1 and 7 contact under investigation. That's Timmy and Timizhanov. Yeah, Timmy and Timizhanov. Then we've got 1 and 13. That's Timmy and Bakkerud. That's under investigation. Semi-final 1. The other one was 92 Anton Mark and the warning for track markers. Don't think that matters. So Ken Block with a massive lead now. Whereabouts is Natalie Barratt and Hermann Nuebauer, because Natalie should be closing Hermann Nuebauer down. She's gone Joker because she was catching up with Hermann Nuebauer. That's actually not a bad tactic, Dan, because if she's got to pass him on track, you know, she could have to get physical to get that job done. She's gone Joker because she was gaining on him so quickly. In the final corner now, in the distance, you can see Natalie Barratt chasing down Hermann Nuebauer. Nuebauer definitely with issue. Now, Dan, we're going to have to do a lot of learning about the electric drivetrains. You know, I have a good understanding of how the motor side of things work. And there we go, Nuebauer goes Joker, trying to protect the position, but Barratt's got him. So Natalie Barratt up into P2. Into the right-hander now. Nuebauer obviously will try and go with it. Christian Solberg is Barratt's spotter. Ex-Mitsubishi driver, of course, who actually did some rounds of World RX as well. If it wasn't World, it was definitely Euro RX. I'm sure he was in with Albertech Racing, if I remember correctly, and Andy Scott's team. Love to see Albertech back. I think they might be going racing again in the British Rallycross Championship. So a bit of a demonstration drive now for Ken Block. As long as he gets this right, he's got another lap to go after this. Takes it tight in there. Dan, you can hear a little bit of transmission clatter when he tapped the brake there. Yeah, that's something you wouldn't normally hear from the internal combustion engine cars, because of course you've got the anti-lag, which would overrule that. But that's where, you know, everything's becoming unlocked because you've lifted. Yeah, now you hear it in the car, don't you, sometimes, even despite the noise. If you're off the throttle, and you can hear then that clatter of straight-cut gearbox and things, and also sometimes it gives you a clue if you're locked up. You know, you're listening as well as feeling. Yeah, that's probably one of the main noises you hear if you lock up. The bit of noise. Yeah, clunking. It's trying to unlock effectively, but yeah, that's... It's not the best noise, particularly if you're about to collect the person in front of you on the way into Devil's Elbow or Lytton Hill or something, you know, like if you're at that point. Ken Block has just got half a lap to go. He looks much more comfortable in this car. Got a few more laps underneath him. 20 laps testing, of course, flying in from the United States. So grateful that he took the time to come all the way across to Europe to be here. He loves this track. That's no secret. Natalie Barratt in P2. She's got a good 10-second advantage over Hermann Nuebauer. But yeah, so problem for Nuebauer, and what I'm interested to know is, you know, if he's lighting up the right rear and there's two separate motors at rear, I need to try and get my head around it. Is each motor for each wheel? Are they across a single diff? In the back, I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, I know. It's two motors on one transmission. But Ken Block, brilliant performance by the Hoonigan. Big old drift around the final corner. Careful, Ken. Just about gets it over the line. Big handful of opposite lock. Fantastic looking car. And a legendary driver takes the first ever Projekt E win. Natalie Barratt is going to get P2 on her debut in the series and looking really confident in the car. Confidence has grown all weekend. Great to have Natalie along. And Hermann Nuebauer in the third Projekt E machine coming around the final corner now to take the checkered flag. Small problem for him in the final, which robbed us of a bit of a battle. But a good job by Nuebauer, who won Q2 earlier on this weekend. So it's Ken Block who takes the first ever Projekt E event, 8 championship points. At this point, of course, they've scored championship points through the rest of the week, and they can't get a 30, so they didn't have semi-finals. So 16 for TQ and 8 for the final. Natalie Barratt is in P2 and Hermann Nuebauer in third.